My name is Joe De La Cruz, and I'll be going over the enforceability of online contracts, in particular the IRB. So, with the introduction, the brief overview is that online contracts and terms of service agreements are legally binding agreements between a service provider and a user, usually presented digitally. These agreements outline the terms, conditions, and rules that users must agree to in order to use a service or product. This is usually done by clicking on the I agree button. And why this is important is because when it comes to online contracts, both consumers and businesses need to know what they're signing up for. For consumers, a guarantee guarantees that the rights and interests are protected while interacting with online services. When it comes to businesses, it provides legal framework that highlights the use of their services. That way, there's no confusion that goes on between what's being stated. And when it comes to it being enforced, me personally, I believe that should be enforceable only because it allows both parties to agree to the terms, as I stated earlier, and this promotes trust and reliability when it comes to digital transactions. In particular, the click wrap agreements, those are online contracts where users actively click on the I agree button in order to accept the terms and conditions. These agreements are often found on websites and software applications that ensure users have consented to the terms before proceeding. The Uniform Electric Transaction Act provides a legal framework for electronic transactions, ensuring that electronic signatures and records are as legally binding as paper counterparts, being that today's digital age is not everything, but a good portion of the things are found online. Some of the legal framework that's continued, the key principles would be consent. Um, in order to click on the I agree button, the users will consent to agreeing with everything that they read with. But before they click on that, the terms and conditions should be clearly presented and easily readable and straight to the point. That way, there's no confusion when it comes to what the consumer or the customer is agreeing to with what the business is offering. Examples of this, one would be Spect versus Netscape. So when it came to this case, users downloaded software without being presented with or having a clear opportunity to review the terms and conditions. And this is pretty much going against everything that should be done legally. So the court ruled that the terms were not enforceable because the users were not properly notified of the terms. The agreement was invalidated due to lack of proper notice and opportunity to consent. This is why it's important that all the terms are visible, and important that consumer can also read what's going on. Need to the next of Mayer versus Uber. So, a little background on this: it was a class action lawsuit filed against Uber Technologies, claiming that Uber's pricing algorithm violated antitrust laws. When it came to this, the users would sign up by creating an account, and then you agree to the terms and service of the privacy policy, and they offered a link, the service link, that way they could go over it. However, the court's decision ruled that Uber's terms of service were enforceable. The court found that the presentation of the terms were clear enough to provide reasonable notice to the users. Again, touching over on the criteria for enforceability, this is why it's important for users to go ahead and have an easy way to find the terms and services, whether that be that they're highlighted in bold or just easy to see. That way, they could go ahead and consent to what they're agreeing with. Not only that, but when you do this, it offers consistency by providing a standardized method for obtaining user consent, guaranteeing that all users are treated the same and no one's left out or mistreated when it comes to things like this. In addition to that, it also allows for user accountability since the user will be able to go ahead and read and understand the terms that they're agreeing to. So in conclusion, in the digital age, I believe that it's important that this is a thing. That way, there's no communication again with the businesses or the consumers. That way, they can read everything in clear presentation terms, and it's provides an opportunity for the users to review those terms. Again, whether that be highlighted or in bold or easy to see. That way, there's no secrecy going on the business end of things. This is my reference page.